Hey guys, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to create our stairs. The first step is you can go to the right view in our project. In this case, it's ground floor slab top. So this is the view I'm going to create the stairs in. Now to create your stairs, you can activate the stair tool. Now before I activate the stair tool, I would like to measure out these stairs here just so that I use the right settings. So you can go to your measure between two references. This is the temporary option here. Select that tool and then let's measure out these stairs. So now you can see the thread depth is about 11 inches. The width is about 2 feet 5 inches, or I guess it should be about 2 feet 6 inches. Yeah, so the width is 2 feet 6 inches. And yeah, our landing is about the same, about 2 feet 6 inches or 2 feet 6 inches. Now there are some additional lines here which we can hide. So if you want to hide these lines, you can select your DWG file. Now in case you're not able to select your DWG file, that's because some of these options here are deactivated. So you can see we have select element by face. Now if I deactivate any of these and then try to click or select my DWG file, I'm not able to select my DWG file. That's because the first option here, select links, is switched off. So I'm not able to select even when select links switched on, and then maybe select pinned elements switched off. So switch this back on and now you should be able to select pinned elements as well. So make sure these are switched on or off, and then you can work accordingly as well. The same options you will find under modify here as well. So select links, select underlay elements, select pinned elements, select elements by face, and drag elements on selection. All right, so now I can select my DWG file. I'm going to click on query here, and then I'm going to select some of these lines here. So for example, these railing lines, I'm going to select these railing lines and click on hide in view. Similarly, this railing line here as well. So that's top rails. We can hide that as well. Perfect. And we have some overlap here. So we have some additional lines. So I'm going to select this line. So this is our above riser lines. Interesting. And what is this here? This is our outline. So maybe I can hide the outline and only keep our riser lines active. Perfect. Now we can create our stairs. We have some additional lines here as well. So let me just double check what that is. Okay, we can hide the outlines here as well. So only our riser lines are now active. So this really helps in case you have too many lines, you can hide the other lines. And in case you want to bring back those other lines, simply tap VV. Go to your imported categories, and here under your DWG file layers, you will find these hidden layers. So you can switch them back on in case you need them back. All right, so now we can create our stairs. So let's go to architecture and click on stairs here. So we have the stair command here. Now, before you create your stairs, you need to check some of these settings. I've checked the dimensions already. So the width between each other was 11 inches. So you can use this measure between two references as well during the command to double check. So that's 11 inches. This is about 2 feet 5 inches. And here, this is, I guess, about 2 feet 6 inches. So we're going to use our width of 2 feet 6 inches for each step, and we can adjust it later as well. All right, now these options are gone from our option bar here. Now if you want to bring back these options, you need to select the right stair type, and that is straight stair here. So make sure you select straight run type. And then we need to select the right stair as well. So we have three types of stairs. So if you click on here, we have three options. We have assemble stair, cast in place stair, and precast stair. Now with this case, it's going to be a RCC stair, which is going to be cast in place. They're going to place the framing and more, and then pour in the concrete. So we're going to use monolithic stair. And we're going to change some of these settings. So the location line would be from run right, because we're going to start from this point, go all the way up in a clockwise direction and come back to the first floor. So that's from the right side, and we're going all the way up. Now the actual run width, I'm going to select 2.5 feet. And then our base level is going to be slab top, which is right. And our top level is not going to be lintel level. Right now you can see the desired stair height is 7 feet. So we're going to change this to first floor slab top. So now you can see automatically the desired stair height is 10 feet. Now, what's also important here is the desired number of risers. Right now it is set to 17, which means that the riser height is automatically calculated, and right now it is 7 inches. But for a residence, it's ideal to give a riser height of 6 inches. And to get 6 inches, we need a desired number of risers as 20. So this would be our total height, which is 120 inches divided by number of risers, which is 20. So you get about 6 inches. Now we can create our stairs. Now, sometimes when you change some of these settings, you can notice that the actual run width changes back to 3 feet. And that is because there is some other settings. Now, these are the instance parameters. We also need to check the type parameters of these stairs. So let's click on edit type here. And here you can notice that the minimum run width for this type is set to 3 feet. So let's change this to 2.5 feet. So it supports 2.5 feet as well. Perfect. So the minimum thread depth we can change here as well. We can change this to say 11 inches because our thread depth is 11 inches and the riser height is maximum riser height is 7 inches. So that's fine. Now, if you like a nosing and more, you can add a nosing as well. What I will do is I will duplicate the stair type so that I keep the original settings as is. Although I did change some of the settings here, but that's not a big matter. In case you like to duplicate from start, you can keep the settings as is, duplicate it, and then change the settings here. And then the run type here, we also have a nosing. What we can do is we can remove the nosing for now. So to remove the nosing, we can duplicate the type. And let's say no nosing. Now here you need to change the nosing length to 0. And the profile can be default. Now I'd like to keep the riser not slanted. I'll just keep it regular. Now I do not need a riser as well, so I'll switch that off. Now this is the nosing riser, so you can switch that off. So there is no nosing now for our stairs. So click on OK. So no nosing. So the landing thickness right now is 7 inches. Actually, we could keep this 6 inches. So let's duplicate this, call this 6 inches thickness. And let's change the monolithic thickness to 6 inches. You can also change the material here, but for now I leave it at 6 inches and concrete cast in place. Function is going to be exterior, so let's change this to exterior. And now we're good to go. There are no supports on the left and right, so we can leave that as is. And our cut mark is going to be single zigzag. Perfect. So now let's click on OK. And now we can create our stairs. Also important now is sometimes when you change some of these settings, do double check your instance settings here as well. So now you can see the desired number of risers is back to 18. So let me set this back to 20. And now I can start creating my stairs. So I'm going to start from the right here, from this point. I'm going to go all the way up. Now you can notice as I go up, you can see that the risers get created here, 6 risers, 7 risers, and there are 14 remaining, 13 remaining. So we need 10 here on one side. So that's 10 number of risers. And then from this side, I'm going to click again and then go all the way up. You can click outside here and notice that our stair gets created. So we have 10 risers here, 10 risers here, and an automatic landing here. So the landing gets automatically created because our automatic landing was switched on. And then once you're done creating your stairs, if you'd like to add the railings as well, on the right here, top right, we have railing option. So from here, you can select the right railing for your project. So in this case, I'm going to go with handrail rectangular, and I'm going to place it on my threads and not on my stringers. Stringers are those supports on the end that we'll show you later. For now, let's place it on our threads and click on OK. Perfect. So now we've created our stairs here, and then let's click on finish to finish edit mode. And we've created our stairs. Now, if you'd like to see these stairs in 3D, simply select your stairs and then tap BX or click on the section box option here. So now you can see your stairs in 3D as well. So it comes in automatically with the railings. The railings are placed on the threads right? We'll talk more about the railing tool later as well, but now you can see we've automatically created our stairs. Now, if you'd like to edit these stairs, let me go back to the floor plan view. What I would like to do is maybe here we have, for example, I'm going to tap DI and check the measurement. So we have 2 inches here on the edges. I would actually like to give an offset of 2 inches from the edges here. So what you can do is you can you can select your stairs, click on edit stairs here, and then you can move your landing or you can move your flight of stairs by 2 inches. So I'm going to tap MV and move it down by 2 inches. So you can see it sits right below these sections here. Similarly, if you want to edit the landing, you can do so as well. I'm going to keep the option like this, our landing as shown, and I'm going to simply click on this arrow mark of my sections. Now, sometimes you get errors like this, which you can ignore. For example, the landing depth is less than the run width. Generally, it needs to be the same width as your width here. So in that case, if you'd like to fix this, then you'll need to move your entire stair 2 inches to the left. But in this case, since it's a small residential house, you can ignore this warning. It can be about 2 feet 4 inches and this about 2 feet 6 inches. So now let's click on finish edit mode. And now we've placed our stairs within the boundaries of this section boxes here as well. Perfect. And you can see that we've added our curtain here as well. Now in the next video, we'll talk more about stairs. You can skip these videos if you'd like and jump straight to curtain walls in order to create this part of the project, which is our curtain wall here. These sections here, we'll learn how to create those. But if you'd like to learn more about stairs and create unique stairs, stick around and I'll show you the different stair options in the coming videos. But if you'd like to finish the project fast, like I mentioned at the start of the course, just stick to the main videos and come back to the ones where you want to dig deeper and learn about each tool in depth. All right, I'll see you guys next video. Cheers.